EP15 Opening Statement. Hello. This is Beauty Spy War. In episode 15, The Vanished Fingerprints of Heuksa, the operation takes an unexpected turn. The fingerprints believed to belong to Heuksa, the key evidence secured in Kyoto, have mysteriously disappeared. Was the evidence tampered with? Or was the truth hidden from the beginning? As forensic analysis deepens, a single missing fingerprint begins to reshape the entire investigation. Now, let us begin. Episode 15 of Beauty Spy War. Episode 15, The Vanished Fingerprints of Heuksa. Incheon International Airport. The agents were exiting the airport terminal. Two black SUVs were parked near the entrance. Yongdae, get in the rear vehicle. Stop by the National Forensic Service and submit the cup for fingerprint analysis before heading back. Yes, sir. Juntae got into the lead vehicle. NIS small conference room. Footsteps hurried through the corridor. A projector descended from the ceiling for the post-Japan briefing. Director Cho watched the screen with expectation. Juntae began explaining as the photographs taken in Japan appeared. The man with the sideburns is code-named Heuksa. His Japanese alias is Rokugao Tateshi. That's Heuksa? Yes. Former operative of the Workers' Party's Operations Department, specializing in South Korean infiltration. Black horn-rimmed glasses, white beard. He certainly styled himself well. Director Cho commented calmly. He maintained frequent email contact with the target, Park Tae-sik. Frequent emails? He currently runs a rare antiquarian bookstore in Kyoto. Antiquarian books? Director Cho raised an eyebrow. Interesting. These are photos of the cafes, galleries, and a concealed storage facility Heuksa frequents. Please take a look. Images filled the screen. A narrow alley bookstore in Kyoto. Heuksa explaining rare books to customers. Climbing a folding ladder, retrieving volumes from high shelves. Moving between cafes and galleries, meeting various individuals. A secluded warehouse in a back alley. Heuksa checking his surroundings before entering. Director Cho nodded slowly. So, a rare book dealer. A profession that appears perfectly legal and intellectual. An ideal cover for international travel. Yes. One of his close contacts is Takeda Masayuki, a man known to frequent the North Korean embassy in Pakistan. That connects him to nuclear development, doesn't it? Yes. We're continuing joint intelligence collection with Japan's Cabinet, Intelligence and Research Office. Good. Coordinate with them whenever necessary. Juntae continued. We also secured the drinking glass Heuksa used in a cafe. The glass? Yes. It was retrieved immediately after he stood up. Where is it now? It's been submitted to the National Forensic Service. A faint visible fingerprint was confirmed, so analysis shouldn't be difficult. Move quickly. Also contact immigration and airport records. He may have entered Korea before. Yes, sir. I'll contact Dr. Go-eun-hee at the Forensic Service. Director Cho leaned back. Securing Heuksa's fingerprints is highly significant. Make sure this succeeds. We're in the middle of the process. It's taking longer than expected, but I'll report as soon as results come in. National Forensic Service Fingerprint Lab. Dr. Go-eun-hee visited the fingerprint analysis unit. Senior examiner Kim Hyung-mo was examining the glass. Doctor, how does it look? A visible fingerprint is present, but Eun-hee's expression darkened as his voice trailed off. But it'll be difficult to develop. Why? It's a reverse fingerprint. For identification purposes, it has no value. It looks fairly clear to me. Only on the surface. Is it damaged? The fingerprint pattern itself is inverted. Contaminants formed a crust and transferred onto the glass. So we can't use it? We'll try chemical reagents to make it visible. You'll need reagents? I've already photographed the damaged ridge impressions. And the visible residue just in case. Is there any chance something usable appears? It's possible sweat residue, moisture, salts, amino acids. We'll attempt chemical enhancement. You're going through a lot. You must confirm whether it's a reverse fingerprint before collection. This wasn't collected by forensic agents. NIS personnel retrieved it discreetly inside a cafe. I see. It wasn't a situation where visual inspection was possible. Understood. Eun-hee sighed. The fingerprint itself isn't from ridge contact. The contaminants rolled toward the ridge edges. So the ridges aren't visible. Exactly. Then you're checking latent fingerprints? Yes. Latent prints come from residual sweat components. There's still a possibility? We won't know until we try. It requires optical, physical, and chemical development. After a pause, Kim added quietly. Also, this print appears to belong to a female, not a male. Eun-hee stiffened. If this is a woman's print, then Heuksa's? Absent. So Heuksa's fingerprints aren't on the glass at all? That's my conclusion. Could he have wrapped the cup? Possibly. With a handkerchief or napkin, fingerprints wouldn't transfer. And given the contaminants, it's likely from a female, perhaps a cafe employee. A female employee? Yes. Handling liquids, cleaning cups. Those conditions create strong contaminant impressions. So NIS secured the cup correctly. But the print belongs to staff? That's my assessment. Then we'll request CCTV footage. That would be wise. We're continuing optical laser scans and powder processing, but it's difficult. He nodded grimly. Later phone call. Dr. Go-Eun-hee called team leader Kang Dae-bom. Dae-bom, sorry for calling so late. Eun-hee? Is this a late-night date invitation? You know how busy your department is right now. I'm kidding. What happened? The Japanese cafe glass no usable fingerprints. What? They said it was collected immediately. That's why CCTV will likely explain everything. Understood. I'll inform team leader Yoon. Take care of your health. You too. Choo. Choo. NIS conference room. Team leader Yoon Juntae slammed his hand on the table. No fingerprints? I personally retrieved that glass. Calm down, Kang said firmly. The forensic experts say there's nothing usable. Why not? If you're curious, review the CCTV. Juntae exhaled sharply. All that trouble in Japan for nothing. Remember, there's always someone faster. Just then, Director Cho entered the room. What's this about missing fingerprints? Juntae bowed deeply. I apologize, sir. Apologies won't fix this. Connect me with Dr. Go via video call. The screen lit up. Dr. Go, this is Director Cho. Thank you for your hard work. Of course, Director. What do you mean there are no fingerprints? One partial print appeared, but it's contaminated. Not a true fingerprint. Not even Heuksa's? No. Chemical analysis indicates contamination from materials, not ridge contact. So it belongs to someone else? Most likely a female cafe employee. Director Cho closed his eyes briefly. Unbelievable. Fingerprints don't lie. If there's no contact, nothing appears. Then CCTV is the key. Yes. That will provide the answer. After the call ended, Director Cho turned sharply. Request cooperation from the Cabinet Intelligence Office. Get the cafe CCTV immediately. Yes, sir. Immediately. This operation is too important for mistakes. As Director Cho left, Juntae stood humiliated. The phone vibrated again. BZZZ. BZZZ. Dr. Go-Eun-hee's name flashed on the screen. Pick it up, someone said quietly. It's forensics. EP15 ending statement English. The fingerprints are gone. And with them, certainty has vanished. What seemed like solid evidence has turned into a new maze of doubt. Was Heuksa ever careless? Or was someone always one step ahead? As the investigation resets to zero, a far greater shadow begins to surface. In the next episode, the truth behind the missing fingerprints. will draw the agents into deeper danger. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, like, and share. Based on Scorpio, a finalist of the second Proud Korean Screenplay competition. Updated one source multi-use edition. This was Beauty Spy War. See you in the next episode.